understand what impact is going to do for developing countries like India, especially in the field of education.
Yeah, Professor Rangaiah Garu, it's absolutely my pleasure to talk to you with such an enlightened person. Definitely, education is, personally, it is to the core of my heart. And especially when we talk about the Indian conditions of the developing countries, especially being in India. So probably skilling mission would be one thing. That is what the need of the hour is. We have such a great demographic dividend, but unfortunately, everyone cannot become an IT professional, but we need a manufacturing sector. Probably it goes in line and tune with the Make in India program, with the Prime Minister Modi wanted. Probably that's a great vision, but we need to have a mission. So until we go to the grassroots and work with the schools where we tell them, like, look guys, you need to really have the skills, hands-on experience. See, at the end of the day, the German model, they have 365 skills or trades. So this is not developed in a year or two. If I understand, it's more than 200 years old concept. So that's one reason Germany is very successful in manufacturing. Probably if we can do this, I would rather think India would be blooming again with its manufacturing prowess.
Yes. It's really wonderful that even Indian government is seeing skilling the Indian youth is very, very important, and they are giving high priority to this. But when it comes to skilling, one is at school and college level.
Yes.
So that is, we are looking at there more towards providing concepts, mathematical abilities and all these things, because that is foundation courses are going to be there. But when you come to higher education, especially engineering and other professions, so a lot of scope is there, especially in advanced technologies, for people to outshine in the global market. So there are certain areas, especially India is strong with reference to software as well as hardware design and development, VLSI and other things. So even artificial intelligence and IoT, all these things are catching up. So there is a lot of scope, because the number of engineering graduates that are coming out from various colleges in Indian universities are quite large in number, and not all of them are finding useful employment. So there is a lot of scope for skilling them at graduate and postgraduate level. Do you see any opportunity there?
No, it's a great question again. But a tough question to answer directly. See, the German ecosystem, German-speaking nations, especially Austria, Switzerland, and Germany, so they have a unique system of skilling their students in the educational system embedded together. Right. Like what happens is that fourth class, a student is decided either he should go into the technical education or into university. Only 1/3 go to the university, remaining 1/3 go into the technical education, the so-called engineering, what we talk about, and 1/3 goes into the vocational training, what our polytechnics were earlier. Probably this is what we missed the bus, though we had it, but probably to revive this concept again. So the best thing what happens in Germany is they start working with the industry. So this is where, if we can really see that there's a kind of collaboration between the industry and the institutions, the educational institutions, engineering colleges, probably that would really bring them closer to the industry, create that value. Once if they have this value skills in them, probably that will open doors for their opportunities in the field of employment.
So you have rightly said that there is a need for industry-university collaboration, industry-college collaboration. Actually, if you try to understand, I am running one institute called Veda IIT, which is an industry-university collaboration. A lot of industry people join together to train people, especially in advanced technologies, and we are doing it. But what we are missing is the quality.
Yes.
Especially, if we want high quality, there is a need for more and more industries to come forward.
Yes.
So here, I think there is a lot of scope, especially with countries like Germany, where a lot of experience is there in this regard, to do much better. Because where our strengths are there, if our strengths are also matching, that will promote synergy and give better scope for people, for better employment opportunities. And value-added education is one of the important things. So coming to the social front, especially education is not just providing skills, but making them useful citizens for the country as well as for the world. So, when it comes to providing conduct, if you see the conduct and character of the people, ethical sense,
Yes.
they should be not only technically competent, but they should be ethically upright. What do you think that we should focus to improve the ethical behavior of the young population today? Because finally that is going to shape the countries and the world.
Sir, I should admit it is one of the toughest questions ever I had. I love to answer even the toughest questions, but when it comes to the this question, so I'll try within my limits. I'll try to answer it, and so I may not be in a position to give you a comprehensive answer because there's a need of the social scientists really to interact with the technical educational institutions. Probably this is one area where Europe, especially the German-speaking nations, have brought in, and my institute, a socio-economic institute, Fraunhofer, where I've been associated for a lot of years. So probably this is what we can do some kind of piloting. Hey, what would be the right mix? Like how we can really bring in this ethical issues, how this could be embedded into the students. Not just, they have a good job and everything, but also they have a social responsibility. This is a bigger question, sir. I think we should answer it in a bigger agenda and people with expertise in that. Absolutely great.
Thank you so much, Ras, for your insightful answers. We hope we can interact more and more and try to find areas where we can help each other. Thank you.
So thank you, Professor Rangagaru. Absolutely great, sir. It's my privilege, it's my honor to interact with such intellectuals, definitely with my experience in Europe, where I've been living for the past 2 decades and more. Probably we will see what best could be brought here, what we call as the best practices into the Indian ecosystem. And of course, Indian ecosystem is absolutely great, there's no doubt in it. But to learn from each other is something that I always think we should be humble to learn from each other, and that's where we grow together to make a good and prosperous society. Thank you, sir.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to my Startup TV.